The singing bone. In a certain country at one time, many people were concerned about a wild boar that was churning up the farmers' fields, killing the cattle and ripping the life out of people with its tusks. The king proclaimed that whoever could rid the land of this brute would receive a great reward, but the animal was so huge and strong that no one dared go near the forest where it lived. In the end, the king announced that anyone who could kill or capture it should have his only daughter for wife. Now, in that country there were two brothers, the sons of a poor man, and they declared that they would take on this fearful task. The older brother, who was cunning and clever, did so out of arrogance, but the younger, who was simple and innocent, was moved only by the goodness of his heart. The king said, "If you want to be sure of finding the beast, you should go into the forest from opposite sides." Taking his advice, the older brother entered the forest from the west, and his younger brother from the east. The younger had not walked for very long when a little man appeared on the path carrying a black spear. He said, "I'm going to give you this spear because you've got an innocent heart. You can use it to kill the wild boar and you can be sure it'll work. It won't do any harm to you." The younger brother thanked the little man and walked further into the forest, carrying the spear on his shoulder. And quite soon he came across the great beast itself. It charged at him, but he held the spear firmly, and in its blind rage the boar ran right onto the spear with such force that the spear point cut its heart in two. The young man hauled the monster up onto his back and set off, intending to take it to the king. But when he reached the edge of the forest, he came to a tavern where people were having a good time drinking and dancing. Among them was his elder brother. That scoundrel hadn't been brave enough to go into the forest, and reckoning that the boar wasn't going anywhere else in a hurry, he'd decided to drink some wine to give himself a bit of courage. When he saw his younger brother coming out of the trees with the boar over his shoulder, his wicked, envious heart began to tempt him. He called out, "Brother, what a great deed you've done! Congratulations! Now come in, sit down, and let's drink to your victory." The young man, in his simplicity, suspected nothing. He told his elder brother about the little man and the black spear with which he had killed the boar. They stayed there till evening came, and then they set off together. When it was dark, they came to a bridge over a stream. "You go first," said the elder. The younger brother went ahead. When he had reached the middle of the bridge, the elder struck him so hard on the head that he fell dead on the spot. The murderer buried him on the bank beneath the bridge, lifted the boar up on his own shoulders, and took it to the king. "I killed it," he said, "but I haven't seen my poor brother. I hope he's safe." The king kept his word, and the elder brother married the princess. After a little time had gone by, and his brother still hadn't returned, he said, "I'm afraid the boar must have ripped him apart. Oh, my poor brother." Everyone believed him, and they thought that was the end of the matter. But nothing is hidden from the eye of God. After many years, a shepherd was driving his sheep across the bridge when he saw something glinting white down on the banks below. He thought he might be able to do something with it, and he went down to pick it up, finding a snow-white bone, which he took home and carved into a mouthpiece for his horn. But to his amazement, when he blew it into the bone, it began to sing by itself. "Shepherd, blow your horn and play me, let my voice be heard once more. Since my brother chose to slay me, bury me and steal the boar. He did this vile and cruel thing to wed the daughter of the king." "What a wonderful mouthpiece," said the shepherd. "It makes my horn sing all by itself. I must take it to the king." When he brought it to the king, the horn began to sing again, just as before. The king was no fool. He understood at once what must have happened, and he had the earth beneath the bridge dug up. The whole skeleton of the dead man was lying there, all but one bone. The wicked brother couldn't deny it. By order of the king, he was sewn into a sack and drowned in the same stream beside which his brother's body had been lying. As for the younger brother, his bones were laid to rest in a beautiful grave in the churchyard. The end.